to do? It's a monotonous homestead day. Y'all, welcome to the Hillbilly Chicken Ranch. I'm Susan, your hostess. Some days are glamorous. Today is not one of those days. So I put on my apron and I made a dent. Not a big one, just big enough. In today's video, you will see me canning again because I do this almost every day. I'm also going to be washing some dishes and I've got to get something on for supper tonight. So we're going to pull out the crock pot and make a crock pot meal from our home canned goods and a rotisserie chicken that I pulled from the freezer. And y'all, the rotisserie chicken was a real frugal find at $3.75 because it was a cold chicken that had been cooked. So I threw it in the freezer for a quick meal on a day like today when I have canning and so many projects ahead of me. So I had a case of tomatoes left over from the other canning day, and I had planned for all of these tomatoes to be turned into marinara sauce, and thankfully I was able to get it done. So let's go check it out. I'm doing a little bit of speed chopping here. This is an onion. I've got to get it peeled and diced up to go into my marinara sauce. Yes, I'm making more marinara sauce for the pantry shelf today. We had a box of tomatoes that I needed to get processed, and so this is what I chose to do because we love marinara sauce and we can't seem to get enough of it on our pantry shelf. I'm also mincing my garlic. This is the garlic that I marinated last year, fermented. And it's actually 5 cloves, but it looks like a little bit more because some of the cloves are very big. But I want to get them minced. And it takes a little bit of muscle to get those cloves minced. Having them fermented seems to help just a little bit. Okay, it's time to get the sink cleaned up, wash out that mincing tool, wash off the cutting board a little bit, and move on. Now we're going to pull out our spices. This is canning salt. Yes, I checked the recipe. Oregano, sweet basil, and parsley. So I've got all my seasonings put together. I'm going to get them into my tomatoes and we're going to get this product rolling. Now we're into debubbling our jars. I got 6 quarts out of this plus a little bit more that I'll use in my dinner today. So I've checked the headspace, I'm wiping the rims with vinegar, and I'm going to be applying my one-piece lids again. A lot of repetitiveness when you're a homemaker. Get those lids on there finger tight and get them into the canner. Check that peephole. I clean again after getting the jars in the canner because dishes seem to multiply and they don't clean themselves. I checked. So a few more dishes that are clean and out of my way. Wipe the sink down. Now I'm drying off all the dishes so I can get them put away. I just love those little ramekins. They come in handy for so many things. And I got to dry off that cutting board so I'll be ready to use again. Now I'm opening up the canned goods that I'm going to be putting into my crock pot. I've got potatoes, stewed tomatoes, green beans, and carrots pulled from the pantry. And I love to hear the jars pop when you pull those lids off. That lets you know you had a good seal on that jar. Had a little trouble with that one. So for supper tonight, I did what any frugal woman would do. I pulled a rotisserie chicken out of the freezer. I'm adding the home canned veggies, and the rest of that onion will be added as well. I cut up that onion for the sauce, and now I'm going to cut up the rest of it to put into this rotisserie chicken. It's going to be like a stewed chicken, so that'll come in handy. The chicken is frozen. It's going to take a while for it to heat through, but everything else is cooked except for the onion. Draining all my vegetables. And I'll have more jars to clean and another batch to wash here in a moment. Next is the carrots. Got a small jar of green beans. I thought I would add those in there. My mother always said you had to have something green on your dish on your plate. So we're going to make sure that we get that done. And last but not least is the stewed tomatoes. Oh yes, I've got to pull what I had left over of my marinara sauce. So I had about a half pint of that. Go ahead and throw that in the pot. We're going to get the onion cut up here in just a moment. It smells so good, y'all. So easy to make. A meal that we will enjoy this evening. There's that onion. Got to get it sliced up. This is a great way to use up the little bits and pieces that you have left over for a meal. And it'll be so flavorful. And you'll be so thankful when you have all these fresh canned goods on your pantry shelf that you can pull from every day in your own little grocery store. It's nothing fancy, but it'll be warm and flavorful. I've got my crock pot set to high. Oh, the canner's cooled. Let's remove my sauce. It's marinara sauce like I made the other day. I can't get enough of this on my pantry shelves. It is so good. So we got 6 quarts plus a little bit left over that I put into my crock pot. So we'll get to taste that this evening with our supper. Don't they look pretty coming out of the canner? I absolutely love making marinara sauce for my pantry shelf. The best part is I know what went into my sauce, how my tomatoes were grown, all of the ingredients, and I know that it's going to be good and healthy for my husband and I, and we so enjoy it. The labor is a labor of love. I always dump my canner water out after I've canned. That way my pot stays clean and good. I moved my crock pot because I prefer it closer to my stove. And my chicken is starting to cook down a little bit. And my vegetables are looking so good. So this is what it's going to look like, folks. Yum, yum. Let's get the cover back on it. That's what's for supper tonight. Where has the time gone today? It's already 1 o'clock, y'all. And I appreciate you for coming and sitting with me for a while. Please do it again. Hey friends, thank you so much for watching my channel. Thank you for the many comments, the likes, the friendships, and for sharing this content out. Take a moment and watch all of the advertisements because that is how I get monetized and get paid. I appreciate each and every one of you for your time and your patience. And y'all, I have this special content over here I think you might like.